G'day all you wonderful people, welcome to Adventure Together. My name's Al, Trail Name Lookout, and today we might be saying goodbye to Snooze and to Guru because they're going to head to Silverton and I'm going to carry on to the next stop, Lake City, and hopefully I've got enough food to get there. It's going to be about 46 miles to get from Silverton to Lake City, and I have to do that in 2 days, which would normally be fine, easy 2:23s, but yeah, not so easy when you've got snow, mud, waterlogged trail, very steep uphills and everything else that we're having to deal with. My shoes are permanently saturated and I have rocks in them most of the time, unfortunately, and it would take too much time to just stop and empty them out because 2 minutes later they're full of rocks again. So onwards today, we are hoping to get to the junction where those guys are going to go to Silverton, and that's 16.5 miles from where we camped. Yesterday we did 21, so we're sort of hopeful that we can do the same, but we did start a lot later today. It was freezing overnight. My breath froze the tent, and yeah, it's we started at 5:30 instead so that we could catch the sunrise over that beautiful campsite. I better get on then, make up the miles. There's the window from the other side. We were the other side of that yesterday, now we're here. Guru.
Howdy.
You said you're a shell of a human being. Tell the people at home, describe to them what being a thru-hiker is like on the body.
All right, these are all the things that I'm experiencing. My right ankle, this bone, has some kind of huge bruise on it, so every single step is sort of excruciating. I've got blisters on the insides of both of my big toes and the ball of my left foot. So again, every step excruciating. These two parts of my shins are totally raw from post-holing. And then I have two spots on the inside of my calves, totally raw from post-holing. I'm covered in cuts from these trees that we have a special term for. My hands are so dry that they're cracking. So every time I grip my trekking poles, it's excruciatingly painful.
How about the glissading mark?
I have a cut on my butt that I'm not going to show you from glissading that is now infected, and I am exhausted. So that's my San Juan's experience. I'm super excited to get to town and be clean and disinfect myself. Yeah, it's gnarly. It's been the hardest thing I've ever done. So here we are. Oh, I lost my chapstick, or I ran out of chapstick. So my lips they're beginning to get fried by the sun. So I'm putting sunscreen on them, which tastes delicious. So that's Guru's experience in Colorado. Otherwise it's good. I think if it were pain-free, I'd be cruising, but every single step is pretty brutal. It's like a symphony of pain every single step.
Beautifully put.
So, yep.
Tell me about the terrain.
The terrain hasn't been as bad as we've experienced, but if you can see, it's a total just swampland from snowmelt. So you're basically walking through these thistles that stab and cut you, and it's a running river through stream. And sometimes you're going uphill, which is hard because it's tiring for me. And sometimes you're going downhill, which is hard too because you're slipping all over the place. And you just want to walk. That's all you want to do is just take steps and walk. Sometimes you want to look at your phone maybe, or for me, I sometimes brush my teeth on the trail or get something out of here, put some sunscreen on. You can't do any of that. You got to just focus on every single step and not falling on your butt. So yeah, it's gnarly, but we're getting there. We're cruising. It hurts, but it's all temporary. So just got to keep pushing. Let's hike through some thistles. I see a big field of them that we're hiking through down there. Oh boy.
What do you think of the lake there?
I don't know what I have done to deserve this besides suffer for the last 3 days, but I don't think my language does this justice. But I'll start with, this is absolutely incredible.
Embrace the absurdity. This is the trail.
There's so many waterfalls in this valley. How many can you see? Here we are, the top of Hunchback Pass. Lunchtime at the top of Hunchback Pass. And you know what that means. Wet socks be drying. Yeah, Guru, how do you feel at the top of Hunchback Pass?
Glad to be up here. I'm very tired. Exceptionally tired.
So we were having lunch and this storm started rolling in and we saw lightning, so we are running for our lives now. I'll give you an update if everything goes to pot. I've seen these shacks up in the valley here. That's pretty cool. It'd be a good place to shelter from lightning if we need to. It's time for a storm update with Guru.
Well, you know, it's not completely ideal, but we've got some blue patches over there. I don't see any active rain. We haven't heard thunder in a while. It was probably overkill to basically jump down a 1,000-foot cliff to try to escape that storm, but we're safe. It looks like we got quite a bit of snow to avoid up here. But yeah, the it's a little gnarly over to the right. But hopefully it's pushing that way. We got blue skies behind lookout here. So we'll see. There's nowhere to go if we get caught in a storm, so just got to deal. So what I did last time was just find the flattest, lowest spot, set up my tent and cry until the lightning stops, but it's not quite full monsoon yet, so we should be all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally got to this point where the Continental Divide Trail meets the Colorado Trail that's coming from over there, and they both merge and go over towards the east that way. And this point is really important to Guru because he's hiked the Colorado Trail before and he really wants to get back to this point. It's going to be an emotional moment for him once he finally makes it back to this point.
Oh shit. Fuck yeah, dude.
You did it, man. You did it. You did it.
Holy
Good
fucking
shit.
shit, man. Good shit, Guru. I'm proud of you, man. Little Guru came through here 3 years ago, man. Right where I got my trail name. That's quite a fucking feeling, man. Holy shit. Good for you, bro. I'm proud of you, man.
That's an awesome achievement, man.
Gotta take a picture of that shit.
Sure do.
Just like laughing and crying at the same time. Man.
Well, these two are heading somewhere down that valley
Yep.
and hoping to get a ride to Silverton after 1.7 miles of bushwhacking or whatever you've got. Hopefully it's beautiful dry trail for you.
Yeah. We will take those hopes. Yep. Try to manifest that.
Guys, it's been amazing to meet you.
Yeah.
Be hiking through such a wild, rugged area with you and experience all the beauty and all of the nonsense that goes along with it.
All the hardship.
Hardship is a good word.
Yeah. Yeah, there's tons of hard shit in through hiking, but something else that is hard is like saying goodbye to these fleeting relationships.
Yeah, man.
But it's better to say a sad goodbye than to never say hi. So
Yeah.
it's been awesome. Look out. We'll see you soon, brother.
Yeah, man.
Catch you guys.
It's been great. See you soon.
And this is my route. I don't get to go down. So just walked out of the Wemanuchi Wilderness, Rio Grande National Forest. So for a while, I think it's about 300 miles, I'll be walking along what is the Continental Divide Trail, but also the Colorado Trail. They share the same trail for about 300 miles up until Breckenridge. So until we get to Breck, I'll be on both. And yeah, getting to see the sights, I guess. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I had to throw up the tent in double quick time because I was walking across the tops of mountains and a storm was coming in, thunder, lightning, and I thought, well, I'm walking towards the blue. I'm walking towards blue sky. I should be okay. But the grumbling kept continuing. The wind picked up. It got very, very cold. And so I continued to the lowest point I could find on the map. So the lowest point I could find on the map was 12,600 feet. And I haven't really come down much, and it doesn't look like for miles and miles that there's going to be anything that goes down any lower than this. And so I set up my tent. It was really, really hard in the strong winds, and I'm just sitting here as low as I possibly can be. There's nothing around. The tree line is nowhere within sight. I was on top of a peak looking out, and I just couldn't see any trees in any direction. So I'm just sheltering. Hopefully it doesn't rain, and hopefully the wind dies down soon. It looks like it's got a little bit calmer since I've started filming, but that was a close call. I really had to run. I've probably done 3 miles in about 20 minutes. It's just it's been difficult as well with the amount of snowfields and mud and rivers and everything else that I've had to cross in this journey to get this low in the valley. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the wind has briefly died down, but it has been really, really bad for the last hour and a half. I'm just cooking now, and it seems a bit late to be cooking, but there was so much to do in trying to keep this tent standing up, and kept jumping out and replacing tent pegs and putting rocks on stakes and stuff like that. It's been a really tough couple of hours, to be honest. So yeah, we had to say goodbye to Snooze and Guru today, but I'm sure I'll catch them up the trail at some point. I'm going to be trying my best to get towards Lake City tomorrow. I've got 27.6 miles to go to get to Lake City, and I think I might be able to do that in one day tomorrow. There are 2 huge climbs, and the rest looks like it's pretty rolling like it has been this afternoon. So hopefully I'll be able to make it, but we'll see. Maybe I won't get there and I'll get 25 done and just camp and go in the next morning. But yeah, I guess that's everything I have for you today. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.